So, ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely under the weather still. I feel absolutely terrible. But this is a topic that I'm very passionate about, so you bet that I'm going to soldier on and do a video. So, apparently, the story about Sweet Baby Inc. is not as simple as this is one entity, one corporation. No, it is an entire cesspool. There is an underground layer where these cockroaches are scurrying about trying to change the industry for the worse. And we have seen the effect of companies like this and others. But we're going to take a look today. We're going to watch a little bit of this video from Endymion, which I think is just fantastic. The video is called Sweet Baby Inc. Writers Panic as Secrets Exposed. And the thing I like about this video is, first of all, I like this guy's style. Let me just very briefly go over to his videos. I can't really put my finger on it, but there's just something about his videos that I like. The thumbnails are fantastic. He does a phenomenal job with the thumbnails. There's just something about them that I don't know. It's I just want to click on all of them. I'm dying. All right. I think that he does. He does a very, very good job of
other places
of laying out the basic synopsis of what these people are and what they're doing and all the different variations. Because now there's something called baby ghost, and things with babies and things with ghosts and baby ghosts and all sorts of just other degeneracy. So first of all, I'm going to let Endymion briefly describe this group of people and what they believe, because I think he does a very good job. And then I'm going to add in my commentary. So ladies and gentlemen, if you like this content and you want to see more of it, it really does help push it in the algorithm if you leave a like. Even if you leave a dislike, leave a comment. If you engage with the video more than just a view, it definitely does help. So that's the pitch. I appreciate it. Let's get into the video and let's have Endymion explain who these people are and what they're doing.
Baby and their stain upon the masses of video games. I figured for now we'd be good. There couldn't possibly be more. But like Goku achieving new levels of Super Saiyan, this story keeps getting more powerful and insane as time goes on. Now it turns out we may have found a connection to Sweet Baby's inception, and it connects in a really bizarre way that you need to see in order to believe. Beyond this, the founder of the baby has been found to call white male players as picky babies. And Suicide Squad, which has obviously failed and imploded in front of Warner Bros. Discovery's eyes, has decided that not only are players wrong, but Suicide Squad is Warner's future. It's a lot, so let's keep this simple to begin with, those weird connections and how this may have all started. So far, what we know for sure is that Sweet Baby Inc. was founded in 2018 by Kim Belair, and it's a consulting company that was created to boost marginalized voices within video games through narrative, script dialogue, quest design, and much more. Sometimes it's more of a subtle endeavor, and sometimes it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like having a black girl in God of War Ragnarok who's apparently from a race of giants that originates from Norse mythology within a very white part of the world. As in, every single Norse villain within Ragnarok is white, every citizen is white, and even Atreus, whose mother is a giant, is also white. But randomly, for no reason at all, there just happens to be a black girl in this same giant race.
So ladies and gentlemen, let me step in here. This is one of the more frustrating elements of wokeness. You notice this, I notice this, it's sticking out like a sore thumb, it's off-putting, it's weird. It makes no sense. The creators had no explanation for it other than, well, this is our project and we can do what we want, basically. But here's inevitably what happens. They do something like this that is so obnoxious and so just out of touch and just weird and part of this tribalistic left-wing cult. This is their, hey, we're part of the group, don't come after us, we're one of the good ones. This is their ritual dance to show that they are part of it. And the thing is, people like myself and others did videos on this. We called this out. We said this is weird, makes no sense. And because of that, you had media outlets, you had the companies themselves, you had people that are working as devs and producers, and you even had other content creators come out and excoriate anyone who would have a problem with this. Because that's the other part of it. It's not just one entity that's defending this. It is multivariate. So you have something like this, and first of all, you have people who say, well, you just don't like them because they're black. That's the default thing. You just don't like black people, which is absurd to people, my age and abouts, people like Asmongold, people in this certain age range. To say that we don't like people who are black is just the most absurd thing. I grew up in the era of Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Tiger Woods, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant. I'm like, it would be very, very weird to grow up in the age that I did and be like, well, I really don't like this certain color of people. It's a delusional shotgun method. Like, oh, well, I'll just put this out there. Normally that doesn't work. So what they tend to deviate towards is, why do you even care? Why do you even care? It's not even a big deal. Well, it is a big deal. It is a major big deal. The people who are doing this, their ideology is despicable. It's wicked. It is medieval. It is Dark Ages. The way they view the world is based on this tribalistic, just cultish view, where they want to turn the world into a caste system that is based on a hierarchy of race, gender, sexuality, and mental illness. And my answer to that is absolutely not. So I care very much. Because, as I always say, if you watch my other videos, it's never one thing. It is never one thing. They will try to say, well, this one thing doesn't matter, and this one thing doesn't matter, and this one thing, it does. It all matters. It all adds up. It is an ideology. It is a group effort. And we're going to see just how deep this latrine goes. It is very deep. And in these people are all part of the same incestuous group with the same repugnant, repulsive, indefensible ideals.
Of course, it was done for representational purposes and likely was pushed by Sweet Baby from the get-go in order to ensure there was some diversity in the game. But we all know that if God of War was, for example, in the future having a game based on African mythology, that they would absolutely not make any of that mythology or its characters randomly into a white person, because
100%. If you were to do that, these people would go apoplectic. Because, on one hand, their delusional, twisted, racist ideology fits in certain places, inconsistently, but it fits in certain places. But if you were to ever flip it, these people don't care if you call them hypocrites, by the way. They don't care. They don't need to have things logically aligned in their brain. Whatever is convenient in the moment. That's what you need to understand about these people. Whatever is convenient in the moment. There is no cognitive dissonance because there is no cognitive ability. These people genuinely are the stupidest human beings. And I know that some people say, well, no, they're not stupid. No, they actually are. Because they can't think out their worldview and understand how in different scenarios, what they're saying would be downright evil. They have no ability to compute that at all.
That would be culturally tone-deaf and racist to do so. But it's totally fine if it's done within a Norse mythological setting. Just ignore the fact that Norse mythology is intrinsically connected to Norwegian people. Blowing up, people have been digging all over, and one of the discoveries is another company with an equally weird name in the form of Baby Ghosts. According to its website, Baby Ghosts is a grant and peer accelerator company that helps marginalized individuals create their studios into a reality. They further explain what they do in their own words here, which says, Baby Ghosts and Gamma Space Collaborative Studio have teamed up to offer a grant of $25,000 in a 2-part 6-month program of tailored mentorship with a community of game-making peers. We offer the space and the tools to develop a studio that doesn't need to adhere to inequitable systematic norms. Sounds nice and simple enough so far, right? What other services do they give, you may be asking? Well, according to them, they offer things like helping you with team development, project management, publicity, and professional connections. That last one, by the way, is very, very important. And as they say, the more they engage with you, the more they can support you. But what this really means is the more they get to know you as a game developer, and if you have the right credentials, as in you're a person of color, you identify yourself using other buzz terms like maybe disabled or they/them pronouns and so on. Then this Baby Ghost consulting team will then learn, oh, you're one of the good ones, a sweet baby if you will. And then they'll use their connections to get other like-minded individuals to help and maybe even work with you on your game who also identify with similar buzz term words as well. And if you want that $25,000 grant to help you achieve your dreams, you kind of have to also be able to identify within these other labels as well. Firstly, you have to be Canadian, so sorry Americans, but it's that second point which says, you are a member of an unrepresented group in the video game industry. So, if you're a white hetero male, sorry, you are not eligible for this grant. What's that? You were born a white male against your own will? Have you ever considered that maybe your parents are racist for simply existing? Well, too bad, white hetero male game developer, be gone with you. Your kind isn't allowed here in these parts, but if you're a person of color or pander in any way, shape, or form, well, congratulations, you just got accepted into the Baby Ghost program. But then it gets weirder because it turns out that Baby Ghost is actually funded by another company which is called Weird Ghosts. A lot of bizarre names for these companies, I know. So, what's Weird Ghosts, you may be asking? Well, according to their website, Weird Ghosts is an impact fund for studios led by underrepresented founders across Canada. We support video game studios with studio development training, catalytic investments, and community in order to build strong, impactful teams of underrepresented makers who are shaping the future of video games. So Weird Ghost is a bigger company that through other shell companies like Baby Ghosts use their influence to help what they call underrepresented groups begin working in video games. The site even says in their own words that Weird Ghosts invests in founders who want to build profitable, impact-oriented studios with a long-term vision and commitment to equitable, worker-centric structures. There's that keyword there, by the way, impact. They want whatever it is you're making to change how things are done. That's the key initiative here, and what I want you to zero in as we go along. So it's not enough that you're from an underrepresented group or that you go by whatever pronouns that you do, but you also need to be politically and socially aligned with these ghost companies in order to receive your grant. Then you are overseen by these groups to ensure that what you're making is pushing what they want to see. Okay, very cool. So then you're probably asking, who the hell is controlling these companies then? Who are the people behind this? Well, one of them is this person named Jenny Robinson Faber, who according to their bio on the Weird Ghost website says, Jenny, she is a queer white...
Ladies and gentlemen, let's just take a moment to really breathe in and just take in all of the mental illness and just weirdness and creepiness of this biography, this example of who this person is. She is a queer white settler. A settler. I have a feeling that this woman hasn't done any settling. I don't think she's settled down at all. I don't think she's settled down for a family. I don't think she's done any settling down. I imagine that she is a pompous, privileged person that grew up in a world that was pretty much handed to her and she never really had to experience any hardship whatsoever. That would be my synopsis, which is why you have the diarrhea of buzzwords so that this person can try to feel superior or important. And, yeah, it's not working.
Settler, community arts advocate, and organizer. software developer and leader in the IDM industry for over 15 years. She co-founded the video games arts nonprofits DMG Toronto with Cecily Carvey and Alex Litch, and Gamma Space Collaborative Studio with Henry Faber and Dan Toliver. In 2015, she joined the board of the Toronto Media Arts Centre and became its operations director in 2017. Yeah, you read that right, fellas. They unironically refer to themselves as white settlers in their public professional biography. You can smell the white liberal woman guilt from here, but
I admit, I thought he was going to say you can smell the cat piss. You can smell the cat urine from there. Yeah, I agreed. Concur.
surely that is a one and done expression, right? Well, who's the other founder? Well, this is where things get really interesting. Their name is Eileen Mary Holoka, who according to their bio, Eileen, she, is a queer and disabled white settler living on Treaty 1 territory in Winnipeg. They are a writer, game dev, and community organizer advocate with a background in theater, games, poetry, and health communications. They have a PhD in communication studies from Concordia University and have published extensively within and outside of academia. They are a co-founder of both Weird Ghosts and Baby Ghosts with Jenny Robinson Faber, as well as a member of Gamma Space Collaborative Studio. They have also worked as the general manager of Infinite Ammo. Oh, so the white settler bio description isn't just a one and done sort of thing. You could almost say that it's a mandatory identification term that's designed to easily triangulate and point out who the white people are amidst the crowd here, which is just wow, dude, wow. The inner hatred of white liberal women is truly one of the greatest jokes of the modern era.
True.
These are the sort of people who likely think it's great that people burn down cities in protest. They're likely also the same kinds of people who would get mugged in broad daylight and refuse to give a description of the person in fear of being racist. Also, find it very interesting that Weird and Baby Ghosts both work to prop up marginalized voices within the gaming industry and refuse to work with white people in general. Yet, unironically, these companies are controlled and created by two white people themselves. It's like the ultimate white savior complex of a company come to life. It's truly incredible how much these people hate something that they can't change about themselves. Imagine referring to yourself as a white settler, dude. Holy crap, you can't make this stuff up. It's because of people like this that we're in this mess to begin with, but I don't know if you caught what was said there, so let's circle back for a second. What was the name of that second founder? Eileen Holoka. Holoka. Where have we heard that name before?
If I recall, Holoka. Does that have something to do with Zoe Quinn? You remember Zoe Quinn? God, I hope not. God, that would suck if Zoe Quinn somehow made a reemergence. Let the past die. Please, no.
Also, Eileen is in control of another company called Infinite Ammo. What the hell is that? Well, if you go look that up, it turns out Infinite Ammo was started by a man named Alec Holoka. And if you look deeper, you then realize that the man who started Infinite Ammo is actually the same Alec Holoka who ended their life after Zoe Quinn accused them of abuse without any proof.
Oh my god. No. It all comes back to Zoe Quinn. No. Gamergate was right. Gamergate was right the whole time. These people are evil. Evil. They're still, oh man. Oh, that is depressing. But yeah, I think this video was, very, very good. I definitely recommend that you go watch it. But yeah, all these same people that were part of the problem then are still part of the problem now. Kotaku and Polygon that were propping this stuff up and promoting it then is promoting it now. It is the same incestuous relationships, the same people. They're promoting this wickedness and evil on the gaming community. The only difference now is that there are more people that have awakened to the problem and are more vocal and vociferous about their vocalization. Now more than ever. You know, Before, somebody like Asmongold wouldn't ever get into something like this. And whatever you think about Asmongold, oh, he's bald, he sucks at games. Whatever you think about him, oh, he's the cockroach king. He gets a lot of views. And from where I'm standing, I don't care who you are. You could, I mean, can't believe I'm saying this. I had to go wash my mouth out after this. Even Hassan Piker, whoever brings to light this stuff and can make it clear that this is what's going on so that maybe there's a productive solution to get these people out, I'm all for it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the support. I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, if you like my content, consider subscribing. My subscribers, it has exploded over the last week or so. It has been incredible. The views and the subscriptions. I cannot thank you guys enough, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. I may be dying here, but I'm still gonna do videos because, and I guess I'll leave with this. Being a content creator really is the easiest thing in the world. I'm literally dying here, just sitting in my chair with a bag full of snot Kleenexes, a huge Ziploc bag, and my tea, and I'm able to do videos, even while I feel terrible, because being a content creator is genuinely one of the easiest jobs in the world. And don't let anyone tell you differently. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.